Hello, friends. It's Amber Griffiths here with your Brand by Design and coming to you live. And I wanted to talk to you about your message. We've talked about ideal clients, we've talked about who you are and what you do and who you serve, all those things. But how are you actually speaking to them? How are you bringing them in? How are you having half the sales conversation handled for you before you ever get on the phone with them? That has all come down to messaging. And here's what I want to make sure that you totally understand and never ever forget about your message. When you stick to the benefits, when you speak about the benefits you provide and what you create for your ideal clients, you cannot go wrong. They will never let you stray too far from your path. And here's what I mean by that. First, your benefits, when you get really super clear about what you create for your ideal client, that's the part that's exciting, right? Like think about that. Like when I think about what I get to do for my business, the day-to-day tasks are not the exciting portion of that. What I create for my clients, what I help other people create in their business, that's the part that lights me up. That's the part that speaks to me and goes, yeah, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So think about your product, your service, your widget, whatever it is you're creating, and think, okay, it's a really exciting widget. What are you doing for your clients? What does it do for them? What are you creating for them? Every single time you speak to them and every time they use your product or service, what benefit? How does that change their life? How does it change their moment to moment? When you stay focused on those benefits, it keeps you headed toward your vision, number one, because your vision is to create those benefits for people, right? Your vision is not to sell 20,000 widgets. I mean, maybe, but that's not, I don't know, maybe that drives you. 20,000 widgets. I've never met up somebody who says, I want to sell 20,000 of this or do 20,000 of these packages. What I meet when I talk to people about what they're creating, it's, I want to change this life. I want to affect these people's lives in this way. So when your vision is created in a way that it excites you, that it moves you, that it drives you every single day, it inspires you to keep people around you that get you there, that's benefit driven. That is absolutely about your benefits. So when you speak to that, when you don't give here's my resume and here's the 20 different things I can do for you, because it's very similar to your ideal client where you have 5 different groups of people that you can serve, but there's an underlying common thread of the benefit you provide, right? So it makes it easy to attract all those people by speaking to that one thing. Very similarly, your business, if you speak to, I create this for people, or I impact it this way, that is so much easier and so much more impactful and powerful than here's my resume of the 20 different things I can do for you, right? It just speaks to it better. It inspires you, it inspires them, and it brings in the people who want those benefits. So as you craft your message, whether that's on Facebook or your website or when you introduce yourself at a networking event, the way you introduce yourself, your message for your business gets to be focused on those benefits because it speaks to your vision, which means every time you speak about it, you get to be excited. It comes from your soul. When you talk about the benefits that you provide people, that's what can light you up. That's what can really truly let people connect with what you're doing. People don't get excited about tasks, right? Like they don't. If I listen to the tasks that you do and the services that you provide, I'm like, well, that's exciting. Okay, I'm very happy for you. But if you start talking about the way you impact people's lives and the benefits you create and how you change people's lives, I can get behind that. I can be like, dang, that's awesome. That's exciting. Let me see who I can introduce you to. Let me get behind you and help you get your vision. Let me help you get there. Here's the other thing I think that, speaking to your benefits, hey, Ashley! Here's the other thing that I think can really make a difference. When you speak about the benefits, you are going to reach people who want that benefit. So for example, and this is part of why you get to use their words. So for example, I had dinner this week with some friends, some work colleagues and some friends. And we were kind of talking about different foods, and some of us are vegan, some of us are vegetarian, some of us are totally meat eaters. One woman in the group has no interest in food whatsoever. She's like, it's sustenance. I don't get excited about food. Now, for me, I'm an absolute food snob, so I didn't even understand the words coming out of her mouth. I was like, how do you not get excited about food? I do not miss a meal. Like, I am all about the food, and not just because of the spices and the flavors and the excitement, but because it's an event for me. Food brings people together. But anyway, that's a whole different soapbox. But like the amazing conversations. Think about the last time you and your friends got together over whatever kind of food. Amazing conversations are had when you're eating together. There's something about breaking bread together that is just magical to me. But here's the bottom line. As much as there were 6 or 7 of us in the room or having this meal together, and we all came from different backgrounds, we all had different favorite kinds of food. Some of us liked meat, some of us didn't. Some of us liked sweet, some of us didn't. But here's the bottom line. We all needed to eat. Regardless of our reason for it, we all went to the restaurant to achieve a benefit. We all went there because we were hungry and we needed sustenance. Regardless of how excited we were about the process, regardless of what kind of meal we wanted or how much we were going to completely fill up on carbs, didn't matter. We all came there because we were hungry, right? We all came there because that was going to achieve this goal. So if that restaurant had said, we serve really fabulous pasta for this one person, we serve this one kind of pasta, or we also, by the way, we also have really clean forks, or we also have all these different things, it would have attracted those people who wanted pasta. And any of us who wanted meat would have thought it wasn't for us. And any of us who only wanted a salad would have thought that's not for us, right? If you're going to just focus on the one product and service, that's more about, it's like you can always find, there's a restaurant always has all the other things that they offer as well. But if you just say we have meat or we just have pasta, you are effectively excluding all the other things that you do because you're just focused on this one service. If you talk about the benefits, we have a fabulous ambiance. We have an amazing culture. We have fabulous customer service. You and your friends or you and your family are going to have a fabulous time here. We all went, hey, that sounds like us. We all need to eat. We all want to have a fabulous time. We all appreciate great service. We can totally find something on the menu. They don't list their entire menu when they talk about the restaurant, right? Like once you dig into it, sure, you can access the menu. But when they talk about this is our restaurant, this is why we do what we do, we don't get a detailed menu. We get the benefit. We will feed you. You will be full. You will enjoy your time here. And by the way, Ashley, there's a wheel of cheese with your name on it. Stick to the benefits. It applies to more people. You can have all of your entire menu of products and services that may or may not attract your ideal client specifically. But when you speak to the benefit you are providing that every one of those products and services fills, then when you speak to that benefit, you will attract your ideal client because that's what they're looking for. They're not necessarily looking for one specific thing. They're looking for the benefit you're creating for them. That's why your message is so critical, and how you speak to your people becomes absolutely important because you need to use their language about the benefits they provide. So I know that you have a really fancy way to talk about what you do. Listen to a woman describe what she did as creating a whole and delightsome foundation of something. Like it was a beautiful poetry. It was absolutely lovely. And after she got done speaking to me for 5 minutes about this fabulous foundation, this whole and divine foundation she was creating, which is beautiful, I still have no idea what she did. No idea. But when I finally got into it and started asking her what she actually did for me and how she solved problems A, B, and C, I thought, oh, well, that's what you meant. Now I understand what you do and how you can serve me and how you can feed my people. Speak to the benefits you are providing. That is what will speak to your ideal clients and draw them into you faster. And here's the other part. You don't have to convince them that product A, B, and C is going to help them because they're already sold on the benefits you're going to provide them, regardless of what product gets them there fastest. They've already buy in to the concept of you providing those benefits for them. It's faster, it's more effective, and you can sell your entire resume, your entire collection and menu with a single sentence because you just talk about the benefit you provide. It's actually really cool. Try it. Think of the way you introduce yourself. I'm sure you guys have been to a networking event sometime in the last 2 weeks, probably this week. Think of how you introduced yourself. Was it benefit driven? Did it speak to your ideal client? Did it use flowery, fancy words that you were so proud of because you've been working on them really, really hard to get exactly the right words? Did it make a connection with the people who heard you? That's the whole point of the message, right? That's the whole point, is to create a connection so you have an opportunity to follow up and actually build a relationship. So when you are crafting your message, stick to the benefits. Speak to what matters to your people, because that's the other thing that speaking to your benefits, the other thing that will do is it keeps the focus on your ideal client. When you get caught up in your widget, when you get caught up in all your specific services and programs and processes that you're really excited about because you put money into it, and this is the degree I got, and look at all these certifications I have, and this is something I'm really excited about because I put a ton of time and energy and money into it, ideal client doesn't care yet. They don't have to. When you speak to the benefits, it keeps your focus where it should be, which is on your ideal client. It keeps you out of your head. It keeps you out of this is what's important to me, and helps you stay speaking to what's important to them. And that's where the money is. And my friends, that is rockstar branding. If you cannot get out of your head, you and I should have a conversation. If you cannot figure out what that one underlying benefit is, you and I should have a conversation. It will be absolutely fabulous. Here's the other little thing I'm going to tease you with. Brandapalooza is launching in August, and you get to be invited because you're one of my people. If you are looking for an opportunity to craft your message in a group dynamic where you can get instant feedback and help with tweaking not just your message, but who your ideal client is and how your logo affects them and how your tagline brings in your people, you should absolutely be excited about Brandapalooza being launched August 2019. I'm so excited about it. It's just a group coaching program, but I got to tell you, it's going to be crazy cool. It's going to be absolutely fabulous and amazing, and you're invited. So watch for that. If you cannot wait till August, and if you would prefer to have just a little bit of one-on-one support to make sure you're going in the right direction, then please go to my website, yourbrandbydesign.com/duet. Click on there and find a time on my schedule that works best for you. And you and I should have a conversation. Let's make sure you're not staying stuck. Make sure you're not getting so caught up in what you do that you forget of why you're doing it and why it's amazing to your ideal client. Until you and I have a conversation, rock on.